Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have All of Our Demise by Amanda Foody and Lynn Herman. This book, or the first book, was to All of Us Villains, which I thought was going to be like some Disney villain kind of thing. No, absolutely wrong thing. It was interesting. I loved the first book. The second book came in and came through. Okay guys, cover is amazing. Obviously that isn't in papers. Lol. Then we just have this black cover with this, like, I don't know, this kind of like deep red spine. So, I feel like I should warn you, this is going to be absolutely brutal. For the first time in the ancient Bloodstained story, the tournament is breaking. The boundaries between the city of Athnath and the arena has fallen. Reporters sworn the heroic battlefields. A dead boy now lives again. A new champion has entered the fray. One who seeks to break the curse for good, no matter how many lives are sacrificed in the process. As the curse teeters closer and closer to collapse, the surviving champions each face a choice: dismantle the tournament pieces piece by piece, or fight to the death, as the story will always intread. Long-held alliance will be severed, hearts will break, lives will end, and because of a tale as wicked as this one, was never destined for happily ever after. I'm so glad I didn't have to pay 18 quid for this. Let's just say that. Oof. So, let's go. Overall, I liked all the characters introduced into the series. Their story arcs didn't go as I predicted, which was really refreshing. And I even grew to like Gavin much more than I did in the first book. I think Foody and Herman did a great job with making their characters feel real and make us feel like we're with them, like, you know, in their minds, that little side bit of the story. Once again, the world building was immaculate. I do hope we get more books set in this world. I love how magic was part of this world and how it was incorporated into the modern technologies. The lore surrounding the tournament and the curse making was well fleshed out and easy to understand. It's creative and it's refreshing and definitely returned to this world. Okay, so here's what I have some criticisms. The book was way too bloated and repetitive. The writing is bad and I definitely found myself glued to pages past the halfway mark, but it just dragged on and we got repeats of scenes and I did find myself skipping over like a large chunk of it. This book could have been trimmed down and it's just a little bit better, but it was okay. The same goes for the plot. There was too much going on at the same time and it felt unnecessary to have so many different sided stories. It would have actually been refreshing if we followed someone who was outside the tournament. Plenty of new interesting characters were introduced, but we hardly saw them because we just followed the champions around. So here's about the thing about this book. This particular story was staked while relatively low. You know no one's going to die or do anything particularly monstrous. And most of this book is exactly that. They try to kill each other 100 times, but no one actually does it. And in the end, I find myself not caring about this battle, and I really give them props for the ending. Even though it does sound like a bit open bad. But once again, giving them props for the magic system of this world. It interprets, it's creative, and I would love to delve more into the lore of it. I really do hope they give us more like into the story. Seriously, please give me a magical university with die, please. I will admit that I probably should have waited a bit before picking this book up. But while it does fit into the spooky vibes, it really wasn't what I wanted to read. I am a mood reader, unfortunately, so it depends. But even though I say that, I read my books in order. So if this book was supposed to be like a October read, I end up reading it in November, because that's when I got the book. I'm one of those people that, yes, it's supposed to be a mood reader, but I read my books in order they come in. It's the same with my movies as well. Anything I get that watching or anything, if it comes to a series, I will have to rewatch every single series to get to that series. I will have to do that. Even if I know every single word to that series. You should definitely pick up if you like the first book. So, but the book was quite interesting and I really did find the storyline pretty good. Just confused some things, but so leaving the surviving champions to recoil with Eleanor's death, Hendra an unsuspected revival, which was what? Alistair's decision to keep fighting, and Isabel and Alistair's deadly curses as the tournament grows increasingly unstable. So you get Alistair, Bryony, Gavin, Isabel and Finley settle into 2 distinct groups, the ones who broke the tournament curse and they believe they can, and the only ones who are one reason for another would rather continue on as if the shame isn't enough. Racing the clock, the champion suffers one surprise and after another as they play a game that could become more complicated than simply be killed or be killed. Simply kill or be killed. Whoa. So it was just really, even though I had some bad things about it, I just love the story. Like, it was amazing. Okay? Not everyone's lives to the end of all of our demise, but no one depends on a death to be redeemed. They earn their forgiveness through what they did whilst living, not in how they died. That's just how it should be. Redemption through death is good. Over redemption, but through death is overdone and a bit lazy at this point. But hey ho, I really enjoyed this book. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.